Hello and happy Friday. My name is Chris Ralph. I'm the founder of Boulder SEO Marketing. In today's Friday SEO tip, I want to talk about Google's latest core algorithm update that they started to roll out yesterday, Thursday, March 13th. I want to talk about how to identify if your website has been impacted by this core algorithm update, how it has been impacted by this core algorithm update, and what to potentially do to address issues that may impact your website, the performance of your website in Google search. And then at the end of this Friday SEO tip, I also want to briefly talk about two new AI models that Google has just published. So let's get into it. All right. So as you can see here, Google announces when they unleash these core algorithm updates. That's a big deal. It usually impacts most of the websites on the internet. As you can see here, this is the first core algorithm update of 2025. Here's a little bit more information about this update. As always, I'm going to include the links of the information that I'm showing here right below in the description field of this YouTube video. So here's a bit more information about this core algorithm update. Basically, all of these or most of these core algorithm updates, they aim at surfacing high quality content that actually addresses something that somebody is dealing with. So Google is trying to show the best piece of content in relation to what something is searching. So this is what this core algorithm update and most core algorithm updates are all about. All right. Let me show you how to identify if your website has been impacted, how it's been impacted, and we'll dive into what you can do to address if you've been impacted by a core algorithm update. So we're looking at Google Search Console here. It's a free tool provided by Google. If you don't already have access to this tool, I highly recommend you set this up for your website. So I'm looking at data from the last 28 days. As you can see here, we actually got a little bump in organic search traffic immediately after this core algorithm update launch. So that's the first thing that you need to take a look at, right? If your traffic immediately is going down, there's something wrong. So what I recommend after one of these core algorithm updates unleashes, just do a quick compare last 7 days, year over year, right? So we're going to look at data the last 7 days versus the same last 7 days last year. As you can see here, this is a good sign, right? We're getting more organic search traffic from Google immediately. And then the next step would be, if you are losing traffic, take a look at, what's the clicks difference? As you can see here, this guide, SEO cost guide, understanding SEO pricing models, that got a little bit demoted. Let's take a look at why. Okay. So I'm going to open this piece of content in Google here. Ta-da! This guide specifically talks about SEO costs in 2024. We published this guide back in May, nearly a year ago in 2024. So Google is smart enough to detect outdated content that, we're going to have to refresh this guide with information about SEO costs in 2025. We're actually working on this project right now, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with updating existing content on your website. So we're working on updating this guide. We'll probably make a little note here. This guide has been updated to reflect SEO costs in 2025. We're also going to update the date here and then re-index it in Google so that we can regain the traffic that we have lost because of this core algorithm update. All right. So if you want to learn how to create content that actually has a chance to rank in Google, I highly recommend that you take advantage of the replay of our recent half-day AI, SEO, and prompt engineering workshop. It's a nearly 4-hour replay of a live workshop that we hosted back in October. Again, I'll put a link to this workshop right below in the description field of the YouTube video. With the help of this workshop, you'll be able to create content such as, let me show you, we created the ultimate local SEO guide. As you can see there, we published this guide following the methodology that we're teaching in this workshop back in December. We're already in the second position. Ideally, we want to get into the first position. But this is what you're going to learn, how to create content like this that will have a chance to rank in Google. Then, shameless plug about our upcoming webinar on agentic AI and SEO, boost rankings with micro SEO. So we're hosting this webinar on April 23rd. It's a 60-minute webinar. Our COO, Daniel Burns, is going to join me in presenting this webinar. Highly recommend, if you're not familiar with agentic AI, how it's impacting SEO, make sure to attend that complimentary webinar. And then last but not least, Gemini has just dropped 2 new models or updated its models. Deep Research, now with Gemini 2.0, extremely powerful large language model. And then the latest model, 2.0 Flash Thinking. These models are getting better and better. We're using them every day here, I personally, but also for work. So simply head over to gemini.google.com. I'm going to put the link right below in the description field of the YouTube video. This is the reality that we're living in. We're going to have to use these generative AI tools. I certainly do on a daily basis. I do hope you have learned something new here and that you'll be able to join us for our upcoming webinar. As always, stay safe and healthy until next time. Bye.